The energy of Tokyo was still in the air. The cheers, the lights, the unforgettable moment shared between BTS and thousands of fans. It was a night that would stay in their hearts for a long time. As the concert wrapped up, there was a mix of excitement and quiet exhaustion backstage. Everyone had given their all, and it showed. Jimin sat for a moment, catching his breath, still smiling to himself. Performing in Tokyo had always felt special, and tonight was no exception. The connection with the fans, the way the crowd sang along, it all replayed in his mind like a beautiful echo. Not long after, it was time to head back to South Korea. The members began preparing to leave, each moving at their own pace. J-Hope, still full of energy despite the long night, was among the first to head out, chatting and laughing with staff. Suga followed soon after, calm and composed as always, quietly making his way through the airport process. Jimin watched them go ahead, taking a little extra time. He always liked to take in the moment fully before moving on. There was something about transitions, between stage and reality, between countries, that made him reflective. As he finally made his way to the airport, fans had already gathered, hoping to catch even a glimpse of him. Even though he was tired, Jimin greeted them with gentle smiles and small waves. It was something he never took for granted, the love and support that followed him everywhere. The flight back to South Korea was quieter. Sitting by the window, Jimin looked out at the night sky. The city lights of Tokyo slowly faded beneath the clouds, replaced by darkness and the soft hum of the plane. It was in moments like this that he could finally relax, away from cameras and noise. He thought about the performance again, the laughter with his members, the way everything came together perfectly on stage. Touring wasn't easy, but it was worth every second. Being able to share music with people around the world was something he deeply cherished. Meanwhile, J-Hope and Suga, already ahead, had likely settled into their own routines, whether resting, listening to music, or simply enjoying the quiet. Each member had their own way of unwinding after a concert, but they all understood the same feeling of fulfillment. Hours later, the plane began its descent into South Korea. The familiar sight of the country coming into view brought a sense of comfort. No matter how incredible the journey was, coming home always felt grounding. As Jimin stepped off the plane, there was a noticeable shift in atmosphere. Back on home soil, everything felt a little calmer, a little more familiar. But even here, fans were waiting. At the airport, cameras flashed softly as he appeared. Jimin, dressed comfortably, looked both tired and content. He greeted everyone politely, bowing slightly, his signature warmth never fading despite the long journey. There was something reassuring about seeing him like this. Not on stage, not performing, just being himself. It reminded everyone that behind the global superstar was someone who valued simple moments just as much. J-Hope and Suga had already passed through earlier, but their presence was still felt. The bond between them didn't rely on being side by side every second. It was something deeper, something constant. As Jimin made his way through the airport, he moved at an unhurried pace. Security and staff guided him, but he still found moments to acknowledge fans. A small wave here, a soft smile there, gestures that meant everything to those watching. Finally, as he exited the airport, the cool South Korean air greeted him. It was a quiet end to a powerful journey. From the electrifying stage in Tokyo to the calm return home, it was another chapter in BTS' incredible story. Jimin paused briefly before getting into the car, taking one last look around. Maybe he was thinking about the concert, or maybe he was already looking ahead to what comes next. With him, it was always a mix of both, holding on to memories while moving forward. As the car door closed and he drove away, one thing was clear. This wasn't just the end of a trip. It was part of a continuous journey filled with music, growth, and moments that connect millions of hearts around the world. And somewhere between Tokyo and Seoul, between the stage lights and the quiet night sky, Jimin carried it all with him, the love, the memories, and the promise to keep going.